This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back, everyone. It is a word that's getting a lot of attention lately, and I believe with good reason, because it can make change. The word is intention or being intentional. What does that word mean? How does that apply to certain types of healing? Today, we're going to look at that and also the possibility to reset, relax, and restore your body. And fascinating how this can be done with light and sound. I could start explaining it. I'm far from the expert, so we'll bring her in here. She is Courtney Yarch, and she is back on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm so good. I'm glad to be here. I want to talk all about intention because it's a beautiful thing. We're going to plan our lives, manifest, everything good.
So even before we get there, I just want everybody to know that you have what's known as the harmonic egg. And
two of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know there was two. All right. And that's where the magic takes place. Grand Rapids, am I right about that?
Yep, Grand Rapids, Michigan. The harmonic eggs are big. They look like spaceships or time machines, but they're not. They are light sound resonance chambers built with the principles of sacred geometry, which are shapes and proportions that are found in nature. So your body totally can relax and resonate with them. Your body feels safe and comfortable in positions like that. We use different color lights and different sounds depending on what you need to rebalance your autonomic nervous system. So we use light and sound therapy to deal with stress, but stress isn't just up here. You know, stress lives in your heart rate and your insomnia and your gut issues, inflammation, joint pain. And before we start any session in the harmonic egg, we set an intention for the session. But intentions aren't just for harmonic egg. You should have intentions in your life day to day. So I want to definitely tie it into the harmonic egg, but let's talk too about just what does intention mean?
I'm going to take that and bounce it right off of me and go back to you. I can give you my description. Would love to hear yours.
Yeah. So it's like a direction, it's clarity. It's a very specific internal yes. So like if you were to picture, say, a radio dial, I'm turning it like the old days, but you know, we used to
Yeah.
So if you tune it into the right station, your body, your subconscious, your vibration, they're going to tune into that station that you pick, the intention. Because without intention, you know, we're all made up of energy. Everything around you is energy, and the energy is kind of unfocused. But with intention, everything tightens into alignment. It's telling your body and your system, like, this is where we're going. This is our path. This is how we're shifting. This is the outcome we're suitable for. And this matters for everything, but especially in healing because your body listens and your nervous system listens, your cells listen. And your body's constantly broadcasting something. So you might as well focus your broadcast.
It almost, well, yes, if you want to look at energy and how we're transmitting it, back to the radio analogy,
Yeah.
we're sending signals out there and things are coming back. So if certain people show up in your life all the time, like how many times have you heard, now maybe you have a single friend that says, I don't know what it is, Courtney. I can't find anybody that's normal. They're all crazy, the same people. They're aren't there nice guys out there? Whatever. You're probably sending a signal out there that is attracting them to you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing that? You probably don't even know, but it very well could go back to your childhood and your subconscious. You're trying to heal from something, or you feel comfortable and safe because maybe they remind you of a parent that you didn't get enough love from. So, you know, I'm looking for it and oh, they remind me of it, but it's really not the best for you.
Right. That's one of those reasons we got to regulate the nervous system too, but we'll get to that later.
So how can we be intentional? Let's say, you know, we hear that word, we want to move our life forward. Maybe we're dealing with some stuff. How can you be intentional?
I think we got to start small. We can't be like, I don't think setting an intention like, I want to be a millionaire tomorrow. That's probably not because your
Realistic.
body can't believe that. You got to have an intention that you can work with, that you can believe in. So I like to start my days with something like, everyone who walks into my life is going to prosper me and I can prosper them. Or you can start with something more like healing specific. My body is healing. My nervous system is safe today. So those things sound really basic, but they lay a ground level for everything else. But the number one thing is you can't have something that your body won't believe. So you can't be like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and go on a trip to Mexico. It has to be something that your body can believe, but we start smaller. Possibilities are opening. I am meeting new people. And instead of saying, like, I want to feel peaceful, how about like, I am peace? The I am statements really put more intention. It's like a higher order intention behind it.
Well, it's believable when you say I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Um, I've heard this one too, because your body knows. Body
Mm-hmm.
doesn't lie and knows if you're lying to it. um, Make it a true. Is it true that you have a great personality and have the potential to meet some great people that can move your life forward? Is it
Absolutely.
true? And then fill in the blank.
Yeah. Or I like to question it kind of similar. I sometimes like to say things like, why is it so easy for blah, blah, blah? Why is it so easy for me to attract friends? Why is it so easy for me to get along with my children? Why is it so easy for me? I think putting that spin on it kind of puts your body in that, oh, yeah, I got this mindset.
Mm. You know, they say if you practice gratitude,
Oh,
the things that you're grateful for, universe is hearing you. Well, however you want to define universe, you go for another podcast on that one.
yeah.
But it's hearing you and it wants to support you. So it's going to give you more of that because you're
Yeah.
grateful. You
Yeah.
like it.
You, whether you want to say you manifest or whether you draw things to you, when you are putting out gratitude, the energy is like it's all a reception thing. You're radiating it and it comes back to you. It's like a magnet. The type of energy that you put out does come back 100%, whether it's with relationships, with finances, with healing, it matters. And it's,
Mm.
it's not just like some woo. I think some people think, oh, that's just a bunch of like fluff, but it's not. When you set your intention, your reticular activating system, it's like it opens a filter. So that's the part of your brain that decides where your focus goes. So if you're like, my intention is calm, suddenly your brain is noticing calm things. You're more drawn to them. They do show up. If your intention is healing, your system is orienting toward healing outcomes and healing modalities. Also your nervous system, it shifts to like being more receptive. If like you can't manifest anything when you're in that fight or flight state, when you're like go 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 panic, but when you're saying like this is the intention, today we're going to be healthy, today we're going to be peaceful, it tells your body like we're safe, we know where we're going, we got this under control, don't you worry about it. And your cells literally they respond to your emotional state. This has been proven for decades. This affects things like your emotional tone can influence cellular repair, immune function, inflammation, even gene expression. Like epigenetics, man, you work on your mindset and it does affect it. It does matter.
Mm. I've learned that in the last couple of years that the body knows and remembers everything. And I'm not talking about your mind remembering into the cellular level, all the things you dealt with, the
Yeah.
traumas, big and small. We've all been through traumas. So if you're saying that I didn't do any, no, there's no trauma. Growing up, you had some along the way,
Yeah.
little ones, you get bullied or whatever. That's in you, but that's also in your DNA. You're holding on to it. You got to get rid of it. One of the ways to do that is to a harmonic egg, I would imagine, helps you heal from certain things.
Absolutely. So when we go into the harmonic egg, which uses light and sound, so if you were to come in for a session, we'd sit down and we're going to talk about where's the stress in your life because we all are experiencing stress. That's just a part of reality. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to pick the light and sound for you, but that's just part of it. We're also going to pick what is your intention for the session today because um, it works like the
Mhm.
harmonic egg works with your autonomic nervous system. So if you go in there all scattered and frantic, the egg is just trying to like calm down that nervous system because it will calm it down, but it's maybe not the most efficient way to do it because if we can focus instead, if you have a clear intention, the egg is going to use that to direct your healing. Frequencies really do follow focus. So inside the harmonic egg we use light and sound and color, vibrations to harmonize the body, mind, spirit, to heal everything. So we got
Mm.
to send our focus So those frequencies know where to go. It really does make a difference.
I I finally learned to meditate. Took a few years, quite a few, and there are times where when I meditate, I'm just blank. And I could at this point, I could stare at something, a dot
Mhm.
on the wall, and I'm out of here. And I love it. It's just
Mhm.
that feeling of peace. I could be at the gym working out, stare at a bolt on a machine, and in 7 seconds, I'm not even there, but I'm there. And I don't even know I'm working out. It's not even like fatiguing or tiring or anything like that. But I look forward to it as relaxation as well. Just laying in
Yeah,
bed, I'm just
you're
going to
in the
zone out.
zone.
However, when there's a goal of the meditation, I've heard set the intention.
Mhm.
What's the intention? What are you trying to accomplish? I'm trying to make a decision on something tomorrow. Choice A, choice B. I can't decide. Set the intention, meditate on it. You'll see both sides. You'll see the pros and the cons and all of that. But that once again back to the intention, right?
Yeah, I think intention really does calm the nervous system, right? When you're overwhelmed, you got choice A, choice B. You don't even know what to do. Sometimes you just got to say, hey, it's okay, time to focus. Let's go forward, let's move. And that does matter.
Mm. Can we um can we read an email we got?
Yeah, sure.
So this is from last time we got together, instant feedback steve at gmail.com. And this is from Tammy in Ocala, Florida, and says, you mentioned light and sound being therapeutic. Does one have benefits over the other?
Well, I would say that that's such an open-ended question. I think that both have so much value. I personally, I love both color therapy. I love sound therapy. I am more drawn to sound therapy. For me, I notice that it gets me into a deeper state more. But I think that maybe color therapy is more, and chromotherapy is maybe more life applicable. You can choose the colors, of clothes you're going to wear every day. You can choose the food you eat. You can choose, I don't know, if you're a student, you can choose the notebooks and the colors and the folders that you have every day. So it's
Hmm.
easier to make different color choices in your life. But I think being intentional about, whether you're listening to piano music or whether you're listening to a full symphony orchestra or some major drums, those are going to put you in a state, I think, a lot quicker, but you have to be more intentional because, find the right sounds, that maybe takes a little bit longer. I saw this interview. It was it was one of those old grainy ones. It was probably from like 1985 or 1986. And it was with Michael Jackson, and he was being interviewed. I don't even know by who. And he was talking about how he's always really intentional about picking the words in his song. I mean, he's passed now, obviously, but he was always really intentional about picking the words in his songs because, especially when you know the song so well, you don't even have to think about the words and you just sing along. You are giving power to that. You are, you're it's like a mantra on repeat, repeat. So
Mhm.
you have to be intentional about like finding songs, music, sounds to listen to, but it's probably easier to put color therapy into your life. Does that make sense?
Completely. And for me, the sound thing, I played music on the radio since I, was a kid, literally
Yeah.
professionally, doing it forever, still do it. Um, in the last 6 months, my passion now is lying in bed, putting on headphones, and listening to lyrics of songs. And these are songs that I've heard and played a million times.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at them differently. I'm seeing things that I didn't pick up on,
Yeah.
and I love it. Like I don't even watch TV anymore. And weirdly, like the other night I was listening to like this like groovy late 60s song. And and it was a little trippy. And it was a big hit. It was like a top 10 hit. But I see the parallels between life then and now and escapism, what they were trying to
Mhm.
do then. And what are we talking about here today? Escaping
Mhm.
life in a little bit of a way, going inside an egg.
And
Right? And there's, thank you for bringing up the Michael Jackson example because every word counts. So, intentional. What words are you using? What are you saying? What are you verbally saying? What are the words are you thinking? Because guess what? You're creating your future. You're creating your reality based on those words.
yeah, and it's not just little stuff. It is, it's easy. I think especially a lot of teenagers. I mean, I know we probably don't have a lot of teenagers listening to this podcast, But I always try to talk to my 3 teenagers at home, like, don't look in the mirror and say, oh, my hair is a disaster, or these clothes don't fit right, or I don't even want to verbalize some of the things I hear teenagers say. They are hard on themselves.
Mm,
And really, there's power in the spoken word, there's even power in your thoughts.
yep.
So I think that we need to control that. With a regulated nervous system does help, but we got to really be intentional about the words and the thoughts that not just escape our mouth, but that go through our head, because that's all about intention. If your intention is, I didn't have time to shower today, I'm not put together, I'm a flop, guess what? Your day's probably going to suck. Let's
Mm,
be real. And I'm not saying you have to shower every day or brush your hair or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you weren't gonna, like, sometimes, my son woke up super late today. I think he did take a shower, but it was a it was a rush. And I was like, you guys just game face on. You just gotta say today's the day. It's okay. We're gonna get through today because the attitude matters.
so flip that script around. I didn't take a shower today. I don't need to take a shower.
Bam.
I'm fantastic. You know what? I'm thankful I don't really smell. And other people do, but I don't. I didn't wash my hair today. You know what? My hair still looks good. And guess what? I'm leaving the natural oils in it, not stripping it by taking a shower every day. I'm going hypothetical here.
No,
And
I
it,
totally
and it
understand.
actually looks really good. Wow. You know what? You know what? I don't need to take a shower every day. I have more time to do other things I enjoy, maybe meditate, whatever it might
Mhm.
be. You can flip almost anything in another direction. And you're right. The things we say to ourselves, you look in the mirror, you're like, oh man, you got another thing going on there. You're gonna zit right over there, look at that over there. You look horrible today. You would never say the things that we say to ourselves or then think to ourselves to somebody you love. You never do
Right.
it. You
Or to
never
a
do it.
young child. I'm always like, would you say that to, like, your niece? We have little ones. Would you ever say that to your niece? No, not in a million years. So do not say that to yourself.
It's true. Back to the beginning, you have to be intentional about using the right language because
Yeah.
you're creating, and many believe that what we think becomes our reality. Everything around us, if we
Mhm.
say, man, I don't know how I got that, or I made money and I got that, or that went bad, maybe that didn't go the way I wanted it to. It's just the way life is. There are some that believe that everything around you is what you created. You don't realize
Amen.
it, but it's there.
I totally agree. I am just coming to terms with that. I've had some stuff in my life that didn't necessarily go the way I want to, but looking back, I know that I invited it in. I know that I made space for it. But I'm not living with, like, regret. I am moving forward. And it's just good to take note of what happened in the past and move forward with a growth aspect, a growth mindset. Like you said, turn it around. I learned from X and Y and Z. Today's going to be a good day.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I can think back to all those moments. I can think back to having a thought, mowing my lawn on a tractor, which was my kind of my therapy. I
Mhm.
get to think and I remember having a thought a few years ago while I was doing that, and the thought came true. And I believe either I manifested it or I created that reality.
Yeah.
And that's one example of many, many things. Um, it's powerful. Our
It
thoughts and our
is.
words really pilot the way we roll here. Um, Within the egg, it's also about relaxation, isn't it? It's not like you're going to go in there and it's going to be, like you're at a late night rave or
Yeah.
anything.
No,
Sound
there's no
like.
flash. There's no strobing or anything crazy. Even if we were to put on, like, red light in there, which is pretty stimulating, it's not a stimulating experience. Like, it's built with the principles of sacred geometry. So it's beautiful. It's untreated walnut all on the inside. I mean, the lights in this, it's a really beautiful place, and it's very spacious.
Mm,
And we can recline your chair back. You can sleep the whole time if you want to. And even with the most stimulating music or colors, it is still a relaxing experience, because part of it is we just need to calm down in life. We need to take the stress level down, take our energy levels, not like in a slump, but the anxiety needs to go like this a little bit. So I create a safe space for that.
the chair inside the egg I've seen these chairs before, by the way. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I've been in one of those. So relaxing. Like you could fall asleep in that chair.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I have.
And I
I'm not going
extend
to tell you where I was or
mhm.
what I was doing, but I was there. I was in a chair, fell asleep.
Yeah. No, it's so great. I can extend your feet out. Most people do go between those theta and delta brainwave states. So it's not like you're in a deep sleep that it's going to hurt to wake up from, but it's like that. Maybe think of it as like effortless meditation. Like I know you're a pro at meditating, but some people really struggle with slowing down and intentionally just clearing their mind. But somehow with the frequencies in the harmonic egg, you kind of just go right into those like meditative brainwave states without having to be like, slow down, slow down, slow down. You just get there.
Somebody told me recently, and this is a medical professional,
Hmm.
okay? Deep schooling, all of that. He's also an energy healer and is on board with everything we're talking about. He meditates for an hour a day, first thing in the morning, an hour every day. And
That's awesome.
he says that if I don't, my day's off. He goes, I've tried it, not doing it. And he goes, it's off. And I'm starting to see that because now I look forward to the end of my day. And
Hmm.
I got, things going on this afternoon. I got a meeting tonight. I'll probably get home at about 9:45 p.m. I'm looking forward to being home and just like meditating, just like
Hmm.
being quiet, just thinking, just relaxing, and then eventually fall asleep. But it's like it's beautiful, and I have to imagine being in the harmonic egg. It's kind of the same thing.
It's amazing. Yep. Relaxing, you get into your zone.
Mm,
This is what we need. Especially think about this. Holiday time is coming around. And to be real, most people, especially you're my age, we don't need more stuff on our shelves. We don't need another like coffee mug or another fancy book.
no.
Don't need a vase or anything like that. But you know what? Experiences are where it's at. Healing is where it's at. I think gift certificates for the harmonic egg is the best gift you could possibly give anyone or yourself, but definitely to give to someone else, saying, I care about you enough to let you experience this special treat.
Mm, so unique. I'm not being negative here, but the negative is you got to be in Grand Rapids for this.
Let
Oh,
me tell you,
Tula.
there are other harmonic eggs. I think mine are the best, of course, but if you go to harmonicegg.com and you type in your zip code, you can find the closest ones to you. There are harmonic eggs in 14 countries, but I think you should all come to Grand Rapids, Michigan because we have two eggs. That's so fun.
And we have you.
Yes,
So
Courtney.
I to walk that journey with you. And
Exactly.
you also do something called an AO scan, which you did for me, which using just your voice and a little bit of information reveals so much. There was so much that you provide. I'm still going through it.
Oh, I
I
believe it. It's amazing.
really is. But the cool thing is that can be done virtually. So you don't have to be in Grand Rapids. And all you
Right.
do is just provide some audio on a voice memo or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So find out, check it out. Go to the website. What's the website again?
HarmonicEggGR.com.
Hmm.
And you got my phone number on there, which is 616-970-9186. And my email is info@harmoniceggr.com.
Thank you for today. So cool looking at this through a different lens, the lens of intention. Be intentional, start moving your life forward, looking for that peace and relaxation. This is part of it. And we'll catch up soon again. Appreciate it.
Sounds good. See ya.
You got it. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.